Hi, my name is Angela, and I was a cheater. Say hi, Angela. Why am I talking about this? Side note, if you follow me and you're on my lives, then you know I was a cheater. And I tell the stories about my cheating all the time on my lives.
So TikTok is shutting down. That's what it's looking like. You've got rumors of executives quitting, TikTok promising to make sure they shut down on the 19th, so on and so forth. Looks like people are finally accepting that might be the very real reality. So people are crashing out. She literally says, I'm a cheater, and she tells a bunch of disturbing stories about her cheating, which we're going to get into here, and says if TikTok doesn't end up being shut down, she's going to delete this video. I'm sitting here like, doesn't matter if you delete the video or not, you've released it, it's public. Why? Why? Is this part of the reason people just want, a lot of people are okay with TikTok being shut down? Let's keep listening.
Actually, I had great boyfriends. It's just the fact that they was broke. And I feel like you have to know a little bit of my lore to know why, I would even say that or why it's funny when I say that. But like a quick synopsis is and this isn't me like praising it and being
Mm.
like, yeah, like in retrospect, as a grown woman, that shit was very inappropriate. But I never dated anybody my age until I went to college. So I started dating at 14. All of my boyfriends were adult men, right? And by adults, I mean like 21, 2021. So adult men compared to a 14-year-old. Again, not,
Disturbing.
bragging about it because shit was inappropriate. But they were
Well,
also,
why would you brag about that? Why would you even share it? No one asked for this story. My goodness, man.
oh, they had money. They also, I have literally been busting down white tablecloths and going to like steak dinners since I was like 14 in high school. So like when I got to college and I started dating, like when I got to college, I really wanted to like immerse myself in the college experience. So like I really went to college and just did a complete 180, right? When I went to college, I had gold teeth. Okay. Okay. But like when I went to college, I really wanted to like immerse myself in like the college experience and I wanted to like, leave my hood ways behind. And so like I was like, I'm gonna give me a college boyfriend. I'm gonna get these gold teeth taken out of my mouth, and I'm just going to like, whatever. So I had a boyfriend. I met my first like appropriately aged boyfriend at 18. We were together for a couple years. I definitely cheated on him because I came straight out of projects to college. So I
Cheated on the first appropriately aged boyfriend. Sounds like a lot of trauma there's involved. That we're just flooding onto the internet.
had to keep my roster from home because who y'all think was putting food in their dorm room? So I definitely was cheating on him. Now he knows. He swore up and God, you swore it down. You cheated on me. I'm like, I didn't cheat on you. I didn't cheat on you. I did. Now he knows. I don't give because I spun the block on him. As an adult, he was actually my last boyfriend. He's who I moved to Chicago for, and it was terrible. I did not cheat on him that time because I had evolved by that time. And then after we broke up, I transferred schools. I met my next boyfriend. We were together for 6 years. He was the best boyfriend I've ever had in my life.
She
His
was loyal, maybe.
appearance was great. He was great. I didn't want for nothing with him, but it still wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. So did I cheat on him the entire time we were together? Yes. Was it always like physical cheating? No. Was I getting money? Yes. I worked at Ruth Chris in Nashville. Football players, doctors, musicians. Ruth Chris was like attached to the Lowe's Vanderbilt Hotel. The other football team stayed there when they came in to play the Titans. Doctors came over there for business meetings. Hood dudes love steak. Like I was having a good time.
Wow. 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 You know, these are the type of stories that really don't need to be shared. They really don't, at least not with the public. It's like I've always said, people don't care and they're just going to give their honest, unfiltered reaction. And you just said your best boyfriend you've ever had, you were still cheating because he was
Listen,
broke.
And then after we broke up, my next boyfriend, I think I was maybe like 28. That was the first time that I ever been faithful in a relationship. And he was broke as hell. But I was like, Angela, no. You got money now. You're making money. You don't need to be a cheater. That
Epiphany
was the first time
phase.
I was ever faithful in a relationship because I didn't really need nobody. I had money. I had my own money. So it was like, what for? And then my last relationship was the guy that I spun the block on. And I didn't cheat on him either. But I was like, my story wouldn't have went over that well on unowned. I couldn't have got on there and said, girl, I was cheating because I was a cheater. That's a free one for the feed because my typical rule is I don't tell stories like those where they live forever. But since TikTok is likely going to spontaneously combust in a couple weeks, y'all can have it. If they decide to keep it, I'm coming back and deleting. I'm coming back and delete this damn story. Hi, my name is Angela, and I was a
Crashing
cheater.
out. They're crashing out because TikTok might be deleted. Let's check out some of these comments, of course, as always. Curious to know what you think, man. An unrequested story of her life and how she is a cheater. This commenter says, is this a safe space? So I guess she wants to tell her side of the story. Let's see what else we have here. Somebody else here says, my jaw was on the floor from start to finish. Yeah, I don't know. I think that there's this weird thing that platforms like TikTok did introduce where people, for some reason, felt more comfortable sharing very private information on TikTok. Like it won't get to the rest of the world, right? Here's somebody else who says, I haven't been in a relationship in my adulthood where I was faithful. Am I reading this right? This chick right here says she hasn't been in a relationship in her adulthood where she was faithful. This is why you should keep your news off the internet. Wild. Wild. Whoa. Crazy. And she responded and says, I haven't been in a relationship in my adulthood, period. So let's really think about that. You haven't been in a relationship in your adulthood where you've been faithful. And the creator who was telling the story says she hasn't been in a relationship in her adulthood period. Now, there is room here for someone to step in because they're going to step in and say, "Oh, she's been through a lot. She was younger, going through all that stuff." Okay. But does this help your situation? Do you believe that getting on here and making this video will help a man take you seriously if you do want a relationship? And something tells me that somebody like her maybe still does. Anyways, let's keep reading more comments. This female commentator says, this is so real. I'm going to change one day. So she can relate and apparently has not changed. Another person who says, embracing who you are. A cheater, right? Somebody else here added, story of my life. I'm really not trying to keep this up, but I have a comfortable life. Yet another chick here who's like, hey, that is something I can relate to. This really reminds me of another video of a guy who was talking about how it will be modern women who go through this type of life background and history, and then they will look for a guy to settle down with, and they want that man to accept all their baggage. Check it out.
Accept my baggage. See, I would have never gone for a guy like you a couple years ago. But the guys I did like jacked my life up. And now I need a guy like you. And I don't really like you for real. I just know you're a good person and have resources. Like the guys I did like wore my out. They cheated on me, jacked my finances up. And I lie and tell people I didn't know what they were like. But I knew exactly what they were like because they were my type. And here's the crazy part. Even though I need your help, I'm going to play like I'm giving you a chance. And if you don't like somebody like me, I'm going to shame you into liking somebody like me. Because the logic I'm going to use is somebody that you love is in the same situation I am. So if you like them, you have to like me. And here's the crazier part. You have to be completely perfect and spotless, but you got to accept me and all the BS that comes with me. Accept.
Isn't that the truth? Is that not the truth? Let's check out some comments here. Top comment here says, and her 3 kids. Somebody else here added, the human mind is an enigma. Another person here says, laughing emojis and the crying emojis. Please never stop these. Another person here says, Travis Hunter. That's funny. Somebody else here added, I definitely know her. Another person here says, I'm 29 and my only baggage is my fur baby. If you can accept him, then we good. Here's another person, a chick who says, yeah, can't say you lying. This doesn't fit my life. But I've seen several women like this. Here's another commenter who says he knows all the plays.